Hi guys, my name's Lucas from Shotgun Media. Welcome to another episode of Down the Barrel. Today we're going to be talking about what is a video production release form or waiver. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. So you have this fantastic idea for a video, maybe a webinar, how-to video, testimonials, promo for a product, and even somehow scored a talent video production agency, the equipment, cast, and you know how to produce the video. Looks like you're all set to shoot and edit your project. Am I right? Wrong. One of the most overlooked aspects of the video production process is the release form or waiver. While there are many instances when you won't need a release form or waiver, it's always better to be safe rather than sorry. For example, let's say you're shooting an in-house promo video for one of your latest products so that your team knows the latest product features and can sell these features to your customers. But the video was a big hit and so well produced that you want to promote it on a wider scale. Unless you have the permission of your on-air talent as well as potentially written permission to use certain set locations, you'll find yourself in some serious legal trouble. Now, backpedaling is never easy. Trying to get written consent after a video is shot is nearly impossible and far more trouble than it's worth. When in doubt, always get written consent for your video. But how do I know what I need consent for? Firstly, if your video is produced for editorial purposes, you don't need consent. But unless you're a news organization, this likely doesn't apply to you. Even documentaries which are editorial in scope walk a fine line. Chances are your video is likely for commercial purposes, in which case, get a release. Here's a simple rundown of when you'll want to have a release form or waiver signed. Number 1, for any person who will appear in your video whether they have a speaking part or not. Number 2, to obtain consent for any setting that isn't public. Hint, not every seemingly public place is actually public. Ballparks, amusement parks are actually private. Number 3, if you're shooting at a private event, it's a good idea to get permission from the owner. Number 4, if your video includes any other branding. For example, if you shoot someone drinking a can of Pepsi. This is because by including that brand in your video, it can be construed that the brand endorses your product or service, and they might not. If you can't get permission from a brand, you'll have to remove the product shot. Number 5, if you take a shot of private property. In other words, you could be on a public sidewalk, but if you take footage of a private property and you use it in your commercial-based video, then you'll need permission. Now here's an important one, number 6, whenever you shoot minors. Obtaining a video release form signed by identifiable participants in your video and by the owners of establishments involved in the production protects you from any future legal troubles, but it also makes it easier for you to sell the rights of your video later on, and you never know when you might want that option. What should a release form look like? You can go online and find a ton of release forms and waivers to download, either for free or for a small fee. You can also create your own if you prefer. Either way, you want to make sure your release form covers all the necessities so that it lives up to its purpose of protecting you and your intellectual property. A good video release form should 1. Clearly identifies what is being released, say video images, audio, photographs, consent to use property, etc. 2. Specifies that the videographer can sell or assign the right to use the images or other materials to third parties. 3. Specifies the release is irrevocable so that the person signing the form can't terminate the agreement at any time. 4. Is in writing versus audio recording or verbal agreement, for example. 5. Is signed and dated by the individual releasing his or her images or consent. Now note, if the subject is under 18, the release form must be signed by a parent or legal guardian. Release forms and waivers will vary in scope based on your specific project. For example, a video promoting a business will need a slightly different release form than a video designed to be a campaign for a commercial. Now here's a pro tip. By working with a professional video production agency, you can leave the responsibility of the waiver form and the legalities surrounding them to that agency. This will give you peace of mind that you've done all you need to protect yourself and your company.